Hello everyone and welcome to this Let's Play of Red Flood, and today I will be playing as Brazil, but not in the way you would expect. So at the start of the game, Brazil is the Brazilian Popular Republic, led by Filinto Müller, leader of the Partido Comunista Brasileiro. And we are now a vanguard socialist country. And in the game, 2 months previously, in November of 1935, 2 months before the start date of January 1st, 1936, a revolution in Brazil happened, leading to the rise of the Brazilian Popular Republic. However, there are many different paths in the game. The Brazilian Popular Republic can survive, it can fall into a civil war against the reborn Republic of Brazil, or it can just collapse entirely into warlordism. Now, the latter option, the last option I should say, is the one we want to do for this playthrough, because I will be playing as one of the post-Brazilian warlord states, or the post-Brazilian collapse warlord states. So let's go to select a national focus. We're going to go to the morning after. So I don't really care about any of this stuff. It's not really necessary. So let's just go. Okay, the Pajama Revolution, which in-game occurred on the 23rd of November, 1935. Less than 2 months before the start of the game. So, okay. I'm just going to skip through these events so we can get to the collapse. Okay, hang on. Let me go for the venue. Okay, so these are just different events and focuses related to the Congress of basically the Brazilian Revolutionary Congress that forms in the aftermath of the revolution. But we're going to pick the options that cause Brazil to completely collapse. So I'll show you how that's done in just a moment. Okay, so we get selecting the venue. So we could go with the stadium, the government building, or the cathedral. So the stadium gives more power to the libertarian Marxist faction, which is the Comité de Salvação, led by Luis Carlos Prestes. The government building gives more power to the vanguard Marxist faction, led by João Amazonas, and the cathedral gives more power to the revisionist socialist faction, the Partido Deus e Pão, led by Francisco de Aquino Correa, who was a Catholic priest, and he also is a Catholic priest in the game. So in order to cause the collapse of Brazil, we're going to go with the government building, which is the middle option. So now we're going to go with the delegates. Now, as you can see here in South America, Brazil and Paraguay are still at war over the Chaco region. Okay, liberals take Madagascar. Interesting. And Francis Didelot is the leader, and even has a biography. Interesting. Okay. Okay, the delegates. So there's 4 different options. Let the worker council representatives be present. The communists must dominate the talks. What harm could some priests do? We must be a free, open democracy if we seek change. So this one doesn't give any power to any of the factions. The first one, again, gives power to Prestes' Comité de Salvação. The middle one gives power to the PCB, and the third one gives, more power to the PDP. And yeah, we're gonna go with the last one because that is what's gonna help lead to the collapse of Brazil. So now we gotta go to security. Okay, this focus is almost over. Now it's over. Okay. Securing the council. The workers... Okay. The first option is the worker and soldier militias are the face of the revolution. Let us have them, I guess, is what that should say. This gives power to the libertarian Marxists, which is the Comité da Salvação under Prestes. The middle one, whatever the others protest, the Red Guard are unwavering, which gives which gives power to the Vanguard Socialists, the PCB, which eventually will be led by John Amazonas, and the last one gives power to neither. This last one is let's put the police to use. Our loyal militias are close enough should they try anything. So, okay. This will eventually lead, since we gave a lot of power to the police in Brazil, this will lead to an eventual collapse of the Brazilian Popular Republic, which for the purposes of this playthrough is what we want to see. And what we want to have happen, but it'll all make sense in due time. So this is a short focus. It's only 7 days long. And it's over. Okay. The outcome of the first council. Today the various delegates of the revolutionary groups met in the chosen venue and spoke for hours about the future structure of the Revolutionary Republic, the role of the president, the division of powers, and of course, this part of the revolution. Despite a great plurality of representatives, the atmosphere of the council seemed to lead to one conclusion, and by the end of the day, firefights between police and revolutionary militias interrupted the discussions. And we get another event, the oligarchic counter-revolution. So, I'm going to go with... I guess I don't need to do any of this. Okay, so I'll just ignore it. Hang on. The oligarchic counter-revolution. Let's finish off these reactionaries. And these red murderers must be destroyed, which will let me play as the Republic of Brazil. Now, for the purposes of this playthrough, I need to get the scenario where all of Brazil completely collapses and balkanizes. And that is so I can play as the southern Brazilian warlord state of Nikkei Burajiru, which is Japanese for Japanese Brazil. Now, in order to do that, I will explain. I need to play as the Republic of Brazil. That's what I need to do. So, let's take this last option. Okay, so I declared... Okay, now I'm the Republic of Brazil, and I have all these divisions and territory in the south of the country and in the north. So, first, let me just save right here. Okay, So now I'm gonna... Okay, let me just pick a focus. I'm gonna go with oligarchic coup. That's a 49-day long focus, and it'll give me 100 political power. Now, the president of the Republic of Brazil is Antônio Carlos de Andrada. And he is the leader of a right-wing authoritarian party known as the Câmara dos Deputados, which is Chamber of Deputies in English. So this is basically a provisional Brazilian Republican government. So let me just take some of these infantry and cavalry divisions. Or you know what? I'll just put them all here. I'm going to make these a second. Make these a third. Okay. So then we got these guys up in the north. I'm going to take... There we go. So let me see how many generals we have. Oh, we have only 3. So maybe I should just put these guys in Army 3. That'll get... Okay, that's 13 divisions. And so then these guys will get put up here. And... Okay. There we go. So I have 3 generals. Miguel Costa, Olímpio Maran Filho, and Newton Estilac Leal. Newton Estilac Leal. Those are my 3 guys. No field marshals. It is what it is. Okay, so first I'm going to put Costa's army here and Filho's army, or Moran Filho's army here. And of course, Leal's army, or Estilac Leal's army, is in the north. So I'm just going to... Okay, so I'm going to task army number 3 with just capturing northern Brazil. However, the southern armies, their main priority is to go for Rio de Janeiro or Rio de Janeiro, and also some other important cities like Belo Horizonte, and all these others in the interior. So, okay, boop, boop, boop. Let's see, do I have an air force? No, I don't have an air force. Now I'm going to just start with my research. Just gonna do that, and I'm going to build some military factories. Okay. I'm just going to train a couple of infantry divisions, and I'll just build infantry equipment, and I'll just build whatever convoys, just in case I need a naval invade. Alright, let's do this. Okay, there's one little communist soldier down there. Okay, let me just go straight for Rio de Janeiro, or Rio de Janeiro. Okay, I gotta take São Paulo too, and Santos. Okay, what's going on? Okay, hang on. Okay, well I could always just go around. Okay. Hang on. Darn it. Okay. Okay, I want to look at something. Okay, so I'm winning here. That's down by São Paulo. That's good. Okay, I'm doing pretty good. Now my temporary capital is Fortaleza in the north. Let me take Belém. I also have Recife, which is the capital of Pernambuco. That state. So let me just... Okay, this guy by Porto Alegre is almost... Oh, I'm actually defending. I have to attack him. I'll do that, of course. Okay, so let me just take the interior. Let me take Goiânia. Okay, Hitoshi Imamura offers his aid to us. Learning of our counter-revolution against putrid communism and vile syndicalism in favor of liberty and republicanism, a small militia of Japanese Brazilian citizens came to our aid against the communists, and Hitoshi Imamura offered to guide them with Japanese discipline. Shall we accept his offer? Of course, fill him with medals and make him a general. Okay, so I have a new general. There's Hitoshi Imamura. So I'm going to promote... Okay, I'll promote Miguel Costa, and then I'll just put Imamura in charge of Army 3. Okay. Okay, civil war breaks out in Japan. Okay. And there's also civil war in Austria at the same time. Although the Japanese civil war is overshadowing that one. Okay, so now I gotta get San Salvador and Czechia. So I'm doing pretty good in the north. Now I'm gonna go around these guys. So first of all, I gotta do some micromanaging with my troops. Just move them here. I'll send this guy up to the Amazon. I'll get Porto Velho and Rio Branco. Okay. Southeast Asia is rising up against Japan. Excellent. But we gotta be more focused on what's going on here. Oh shoot, I'm surrounded. Hang on. Okay, so if I let me capture Rio. Okay. So I've captured Rio, or Hiu, if you're using the correct pronunciation. Okay. Okay, Korea is rebelling against Japan. Also excellent. But our main concern is what's going on here. Okay. So let me just attack here. First of all, I'll send these guys here, but I gotta send this guy here to Sao Paulo. Okay. I gotta get there before the communists get there. Okay. Oh, shoot. See, that's what I was afraid of. Let me just force attack. Let me see how my other fronts are doing. Okay, so I didn't take Belo Horizonte, which I'm a little disappointed about, but let me just do that. And okay, so my fronts have linked up. What I gotta do is I'm gonna send this guy to Manaus. I'll attack some of these. I'm gonna take San Salvador. I'm gonna take Vila Velha as well. I'm gonna attack some of these other guys. I should send them down here. Okay. Okay, so I've defeated these guys here. Shoot. Okay, so now Rio de Janeiro is my capital, or Rio de Janeiro is my capital because I took it. And now it's time to attack Santos. So the communists they need 18 less points in order to capitulate. So their new capital is Belo Horizonte, which I'm going to go take right now. So the more cities I take, the more victory points I get, the faster I can get this capitulation done with. I'll send this guy to Manaus. There's no real cities or victory points here in the Amazon. I'll just send this guy to attack that soldier. I think Manaus is like the main city / victory point depicted in the Amazon. Okay. Okay. That event was about an alternate history novel being released in universe called Blue Drought. Interesting, but we gotta focus on what's going on in Brazil. So, okay, I have to go restore the army. I'll just do that. So there's two focuses after oligarchic coup. There's colapso generalizado, and then there's governo de salvação. And there's all these other paths here which are pretty cool, but I'm going to deal with that later. Well, we're not here to do that this time around. We're here to get Nikkei Burajiru. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Anyways, I can't promote any of these guys yet. It is what it is. I don't have enough command power. But let me take that city right there. Attack Belo Horizonte. I'm just gonna go for like these parts here. I have to go get Manaus now. Let me attack this soldier down here. Okay, Beiyang government declared war on Gumenjun. Okay. It looks like the Beiyang... let me look at this. Let's go to China. Looks like the Beiyang government lost to the Japanese army in Manchuria. So now they've just collapsed into even more warlord cliques. You can see right here. And okay, Yan Zishan is gone. He's been replaced by Fu Zhouyi. Okay, so China's getting even more cursed. And of course, like in many other HOI4 alternate history mods, China is completely collapsed into different warlord cliques. And okay, let's go back to Brazil. So I've taken Santos. Let's attack these guys right here. Okay, famine in Geltoracia. Interesting. Let me go down here. Okay, I'm just gonna capture some of these. Like, okay, they've been defeated. I'm gonna take all the states. Hang on. Okay. And turn. Pass. Okay. Done. It is May 26th of 1936, and I've finished the game. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put these guys. I don't know where to put these. I'll put this guy. I'll just put them all along the border with Argentina, I guess. I got nowhere else better to put them. Or, I don't know, I'll put them along the border with, I guess, Paraguay. I don't know what to do. So can I promote this guy? Or what? Yeah, Costa's getting promoted. So I'm going to replace... I'm just going to move these guys around. Now, Imamura has his own army. Now, if I'm not mistaken, in real life, Imamura was in the Imperial Japanese Army. I don't think he ever made it to Brazil. Okay. The counter-revolution succeeds. I'm just going to save here. Okay, central authority is necessary for the prosperity of Brazil. Let the oligarchs manage their own states. I think what I have to do for this one is... Okay, so I think what I have to do in order to get Brazil to collapse is let the oligarchs manage their own states. I'm pretty sure that's what I have to do. So, let's just go with that. So that's basically going to decentralize Brazil. Alright, so in late May of 1936, 6 months after the Brazilian Revolution, the Republic of Brazil has been restored. However, it will not last. Which we will see soon enough. Okay, Colapso geral de autoridade. Brazil was never meant to be a country and neither have a central government. For ages, we oligarchs have been restrained from taking direct control of our matters by the damned political parties with their fancy European ideas, of democracy or order and progress. No more. We shall take direct control, and the population must learn once and for all their place. As the counter-revolution ended, the Brazilian right failed to fully establish control over the country and reform the government. In the whole country, regional oligarchs lynch people in the streets and use their own militias to control areas that quickly devolve into feudalism. State governors are no more. The president is purely ceremonial, and even the state's armies are now crushed by a series of regional militias, known as jagunços, who patrol the main cities and search for dissent. Workers' laws are revoked. The Supreme Court is no more. The Constitution is not valid. The only order that Brazil shall have is the one imposed by the true rulers of the country since its independence, the regional oligarchies. Espera na podemos con... Whatever, I never really liked this country. Okay, so... Which one of these does it... Oh, it all gets this... I think it's all the same thing. It is all the same thing. Doesn't even matter. I'll just go with This one. Okay, so Brazil is about to collapse. And look, the leader of Brazil is just anarchy. In other words, there is no leader, basically. I think... Let's continue. Okay. So only have 2 divisions. The whole country's about to fall apart in just a little bit. Okay, so... Can I even finish this focus? I don't know if I can. I guess I can. But, okay. Alright, we have an event for the collapse of Brazil, and then a super event that follows. Brazil falls to anarchy. After over a century of oligarchic rule, chaos, civil war, and political corruption, it appears that Brazil as an entity has finally collapsed entirely. After the capitalist and oligarchist victory in the Brazilian counter-coup, or the Second Brazilian Civil War, the government decided to give autonomy to the state's oligarchs. Various local leaders and warlords began to gain de facto autonomy from Rio de Janeiro, resulting in the total collapse of the authority of the capital over the rest of the country, with many communities in the south of the country also declaring ethnic states. The Belle Epoque is gone. The Brazilian tragedy. Princeps legibus solitus ex. Princeps legibus solitus est. Geneos Demotius Annius Ulpianus. Okay, Brazil has fallen, and Japan has fallen to the revolution. Now, this in English means, I can just Google translate it right now. Okay, so princeps legibus solitus est in English means is released from the ruler of the laws. That's what that means in English. So I think that pretty much describes this whole situation pretty well, and it's a pretty depressing super event right there. Anyways, it's only a matter of time before the different warlord states of Brazil break off. And as was mentioned in the event, some of these warlord states are ethnically based warlord states made up of different immigrant groups in Brazil, one of which is Nikkei Burajiru, run by the Japanese Brazilians. And that should come up in a little bit. Hang on. I'll just continue going down the army focus tree, and I'll just wait. Okay, so I don't know when the different warlord states are going to pop up. I mean, I kind of can't do anything. Like, look. Okay. Does it even matter at this point? It's just one division. Okay. What's happening? Nothing. Is nothing happening, or should I just, like, wait? I think I should just wait. Something's probably gonna happen soon. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, Kolchak was assassinated in Russia. We'll worry about that later. Okay, New Silesia breaks... Okay. New Silesia breaks away from us. New Silesia, a breakaway secessionist movement occurring in the state of Paraná, backed by various German oligarchic farmers in the area, has made a statement declaring our anarchy to be illegitimate, criminal, and vile, and that they will break away from us, forming their own peaceful state, which seeks to be a beacon of reactionism in a world of communism and anarchy. Fools, they are only making the anarchy stronger. Okay, so here's New Silesia in the south of Brazil, in the state of Rio Grande do Sul, and their capital is Noi Sankt Marie. I forget what city that was in Portuguese before the collapse. Okay, but there's New Silesia. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, the Rio Grandenses are at it again. The failed Piratani, a couple of decades ago, has become the target of inspiration by coffee and cow farmers in the south, which have long desired cultural autonomy. Now they have declared a new constitution and a new warlord state that seeks to perhaps either forever break away from Brazil or perhaps unify it. Bis vincit que se vincet in Victoria. Okay, so here's the Rio Grandense Republic. So this is basically an independent Rio Grande do Sul, led by José Antonio Neto. I believe he was a governor of Rio Grande do Sul in real life, and New Silesia is led by Egon Albrecht Lemke, who was, I think he was in the Wehrmacht in World War II. I don't think he ever was in Brazil in real life. He might have been, I forget. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, the Japanese break away. Brazil's Burajiru Yuko Kyokai Society, which has longed for further recognition and autonomy of the rising Japanese community in Brazil, which has skyrocketed with the Japanese Civil War. The Japanese community in outer São Paulo, Paraná declared a new Brazil-Japan, as they call them, which seeks to be a diverse society with the Japanese-Brazilian culture. The first Shinto shrine built in their territory showed up in former Mogi das Cruzes, now called Mogi das Curuezu. Is led by the former martial arts teacher Mitsuyo Maeda, who, with his charismatic paternalistic form of leading others, has made him quickly favored by the Nikkei Burajiru Kaigi, or the Japanese-Brazilian Congress, which seeks to create a thriving democracy in western São Paulo. Nagaku Hane, or Atashari Nihon and no Yako. I'm going to go with the latter so I can play as Nikkei Burajiru. That's the name of the country. I sort of messed it up earlier, but the name of the country is Nikkei Burajiru. Now, I don't know if any of the other Brazilian warlord states have focus trees just yet, but I do know that Nikkei Burajiru does have a focus tree. Okay. And I should say that Nikkei Burajiru is literally Japanese for Japanese Brazil, whereas Nikkei Burajiruin, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, that's Japanese Brazilian in Japanese. Anyway, let's go. Okay, so there's the aforementioned capital, and here is Nikkei Burajiru. So we have a nice Japanese Brazilian flag here, which is very pretty, very marvelous, if I do say so myself. It's got the Brazilian diamond with white and the red Japanese sun, the rising sun. And of course we got the green, the Brazilian green. It's all very marvelous. And there's Mitsuyo Maeda. And let's look at our focus tree. A new Japan. We have suffered much through decades of suppression of our culture and language by the positivist Brazilian government. But now we are a new state which seeks to forever represent the Japanese people of Brazil. Effect, political power plus 100. So I just have 4 cavalry divisions, and I'm going to put Tomesada Matsuzaki in charge, and I'll create an army group, because I have 1 field marshal. That guy's going to be Kunji Kikawa. Okay, so just going to build some infantry equipment. I'm just going to train some infantry divisions. So, yeah, I still have the same... Hang on. I think I can... I'll just do some industrial research. That's good. And I'm going to build some military factories. I just have one state, which is Mogi das Cruzes. The capital is San Jose Dorio Puret. I think it was mentioned as a different city in the event, but whatever. And I have low manpower, which isn't good, but for now I'm just gonna do that. So I have two focuses here: loyalty to Tokyo and bring refugees from the homeland. So as we can see, let's just go to the map for a second. Okay, hang on. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's look. Okay, so some new states have broken off. There's the Hetmanate of Brazil, which is a Ukrainian-Brazilian warlord state, led by Ivan Bobursky. They're headquartered. Their capital is the city of Pudentopil. And then we have the new Polish Republic. Or this would be in Polish Nowa Polska Respublika, I believe, and they're led by a Catholic priest, Rudolf Komorek. And Florianovo is the capital, and that was once Florianopolis. And they're in the Brazilian state of Santa Catarina. Okay, so let's take a look at the map. This is Japan right here. And Japan is now under a communist government led by Yamakawa Hitoshi. So they're revolutionary Japan now. So obviously we're not going to be loyal to them because of our different governments. So we're going to go with bring refugees from the homeland. See, this other one we're locked out of because of the whole situation in Japan. So we're just going to go with this one. These are all 70-day focuses, so it'll take a while to get through, but it is what it is. I just want to look at, is there any way I can expand? So there's the Urin plan. What are these things? Okay, there's enact emergency measures. There's just like military stuff. Look for plans. This just helps my military out. So I don't think there's any like, how do I put this? I don't think there's any like focuses which give me war goals or anything like that. But I might declare war on some people anyway. And okay, look, we have the Blay Clique, led by General John Bronu Blay. Their capital is Vila Velha. Okay, so now we have Filinto's army, Filintu's army, which is led by Filinto Müller. And now we have Lampião's realm in Belo Horizonte, led by the famous Brazilian bandit Lampião. We have Alexius's army, led by Renato Onofre Pinto Alexiu. They're based in San Salvador. We have the Salas clique, led by Landry Salas Gonçalves. They're based in Teresina. They're like in the north and central of Brazil. Then there's Rondon's army, led by Candido Rondon, the namesake of the Brazilian state of Rondônia. So he's like near the Amazon. Then we have the Amazon Scientific Territory, which is accelerationist, led by Orlando Vilas Boas. Then there's Manaus, led by João Amazonas. And they're the Manaus Commune. Then there's the Goes clique, led by Gois Monteiro. So it's all very interesting. It's all very crazy. And of course, Rio de Janeiro, or Rio de Janeiro, is led by the emergency. Okay, so basically this area, Rio de Janeiro, the state and the city, and much of São Paulo, the state and the city, are led by Julio Prestes, leader of the emergency federal government. So this is basically like what's left of the Brazilian federal government. Now, these guys don't have any... I think they do have a focus. Yeah, I might play as these guys later. This looks pretty cool. I just wanted to do the Japanese Brazilian guys. I thought they were really cool, so I thought this was cool, so I decided to play as them. Okay, so the emergency federal government can reunify Brazil, I think. I don't know if they have war goals, though. They might have to do it manually. Okay, so this is Balkanized Brazil. It's pretty interesting. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll leave the Ukrainian Brazilians alone. Maybe I'll just go after some of the warlord cliques. The army warlord cliques, I should say. Maybe I'll go after Mueller's army, or Filintu's army. Filintu Mueller's army, I should say. If I'm gonna do that, let me fix my battle lines here. Okay, let me send them straight for Guiaba. Okay, so can I declare war? I can. I think I need more political power. Yeah, that's true. I need more political power. What's this? Okay, the Spanish Civil War has begun. It's a pretty cool painting. I forget which painting this is, but it looks really cool. And that music is really badass. And of course, here is the Spanish Civil War. So it's the Spanish Republic versus the National Front, which is avant-garde accelerationist. Led by Ramon Gomez de la Serna, who for some reason likes to wear a skull mask. I don't know if he ever wore this in real life, but it's pretty interesting. I don't know why he has it, but it's still pretty cool, in a weird way. And then we have the Spanish Republic led by Alejandro Lerroux. Okay. And then there's Portugal. They're protected. They have a guarantee of independence by Great Britain. Okay, so the Labour Party is in control of Great Britain. That's pretty cool. So let's look at Europe. What paths did these countries go down? So let's look at the Germans. Okay, so the German Socialist Republic still has Paul Levy in control, but looks like USPD victory. Okay, so Herbert Fromm, alias Willy Brandt, is the leader of the German Social Republic. Interesting. Okay, so let's look at Austria. Okay, Dollfuss is in charge of Austria. Nitti is in control of Italy. What's going on in Intermarium, though? So Poland is... Okay, Poland went neo-pagan accelerationist. And Ukraine... Oh, they went accelerationist, too. And Belarus? Okay, Savinkov is in control. So Savinkov's socialists are in control of Belarus. And Lithuania doesn't have any content as of yet, so they always just stay the same. What's going on in Zheltorassia? Okay, oh, Alicia Rosenbaum in Zheltorassia. I did not expect to see Alicia Zinovievna Rosenbaum in control of Zheltorassia. First time I've seen that. And of course we have the Black Hundred still in Siberia. Yakutia is independent. And Dutov managed to take control of the Orenburg military district. Okay, so the general governorate of the steppes is the same for now, and of course, okay, the Chernomortsi and the Linetsi are in a coalition. So the Russian and Ukrainian Cossacks entered into a coalition government. And the Kavkaz Society, okay, there's, Goregan Nezhda is in control of Armenia. That's pretty interesting. And of course, Mayakovsky remained in control of the Kavkaz Society. So it's all very interesting. Okay, the American president should be elected soon. Okay, so which of these warlords... Okay, they don't have a focus tree. They don't... I don't think most of these... I think Nikkei Burajiru is the only... Okay, did I forget to take a focus? Let me go for this one. Okay, let me just re-upload this. Let me just... that's not what I meant to say. Let me go to a previous autosave. Okay. Alright. I just lost some days with the focuses, but I'll fix that. I have fixed that by going back to the latest autosave. And it looks like Paraguay is going to be winning against Bolivia in the Chaco War. Okay, is there anything else interesting going on? Oh, the Ugandan commune is looking pretty thick right now. Okay, it's October 10th. We're done with that. I'm going to go for bring refugees from the homeland, and I believe this gives us increased population. Okay, let's read this. Our travel here was easy compared to the horrors that our fellow Japanese will have to go through to come to our new Japan. But it's necessary that we create cells in Japan. But it's necessary that we create cells in the Japan we have lost, to save as many Japanese as possible and bring them home. Effect: gains national spirit refugees from communist Japan, which grants monthly population plus 600.0%. Excellent. We get more population. That's definitely a good thing. Now, can I declare war on Filinto Müller's army? Fuck it, why not? Okay, 24th May 1937. I don't even think they have any units. Okay, so I think none of these other warlords have focus trees at the moment. Yeah, it's all just the generic tree. I'm sure, I believe all of these guys and I believe all of these warlords will get content at some point, which should be quite interesting. The Amazonian Scientific Territory, which is like accelerationist, has a focus tree. Oh, the Republican Party wins the American general election. Okay, Manaus doesn't have a focus tree. Okay, so I think the only guys that have focus trees are Japanese Brazil, the Emergency Federal Government, and the Amazon Scientific Territory. What does their flag say? In Universa Scientia Veritas, which is Latin for science is the universal truth or something like that. Okay, so let's look at the US for just a second. Okay, so Bronson Murray Cutting of the Republican Party is president, and he is ideologically liberal. Interesting. This is a mistake, though. He shouldn't be president until January, because that's when presidents are inaugurated, but it is what it is. Or March. I don't remember in the Red Flood timeline if the whole thing about presidents getting inaugurated in January instead of March. I don't remember if that happened in this world, but it is what it is. Okay, so Russia is still in a civil war between the Novorossiyan General Governorate and the Russian Empire. And, okay, the Baltics... Okay, the Baltic General Governorate, I'm not sure what's happening there. Oh, look, okay, Finland is going to become a kingdom under this German prince. That's pretty cool. Okay, let me just research this. Okay, so it looks like... Alright, it looks like Filintu's army has some troops. But it looks like... I don't know, they're cavalry divisions. I don't know if I'll be able to defeat him, though. And I don't have enough infantry equipment to build at least one, not even one, infantry division. But hopefully that'll change. I am building at least one factory. That'll be done, oh, in 1938, okay. I'll see what I do. I might just declare war on Filintu's army later. Okay, Orenburg declared war on Russia. That's interesting. Okay. New Japanese democracy. Long has the mainland suffered and begged for democracy, and long has it been without it. We shall ensure that this is not the case here, and we shall assure that the Sumeragi help create democracy in our new Japan as much as possible. Okay. Change in popularity of conservatism, liberalism, and social democratism. 10.00% each. Interesting. Okay, now it looks like Bolivia's winning. I did not expect to see that. Interesting.